Hi everyone, I'm Miss Deb, and this is Upper St. Clair Library's Storytime Theater. Today's story is about a wide-mouthed frog. And here's the star of our story, our wide-mouthed frog. He has a really big mouth, doesn't he? All right, let's meet the other animals that play a part in our story. The first one is a bluebird. And our bluebird has a long yellow beak with a red mouth. Here's our mouse. And our mouse is brown with a curly tail. And he has a long snout and 2 teeth at the end of his snout. Last is the villain of our story, an alligator. And the alligator has the biggest mouth of all. Yes. Let's get started. Here we go. The wide-mouthed frog. I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I like to eat flies. I love to eat flies. Should we give him a fly? All right, here we go. Ready? Ready, wide-mouthed frog? Here it comes. Oh, you see it? Chomp that up. Now, our frog is hopping through the forest. And soon he comes along and he meets up with our bluebird. And he says to bluebird, I'm a wide-mouthed frog and I love to eat flies. What do you love to eat, bird? The bird has to think a minute about what he likes and loves to eat. And he decides to say, I love to eat worms. I really love worms. Let's give him a worm. Here we go. Are you ready, bluebird? Oh, he's got it. Okay, chomp that up, bluebird. All right. Well, our wide-mouthed frog continues to hop through the forest, and he comes along and meets up with the brown mouse. And he says to the brown mouse, I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I just love to eat flies. What do you love to eat, mouse? And mouse thinks and thinks, and he thinks and he says, oh, you know what? I just love berries. Oh, let's find some berries for him. Here you are, brown mouse. Ready? There he is. Chomp them up. Those were so good. Now, here's our frog again. He's jumping around, hopping through the forest until he meets up with, the alligator. And he says to the alligator, hi, alligator. I love to eat flies. What do you love to eat? And alligator thinks for a minute and he says, well, I like to eat wide-mouthed frogs. Frog closes his mouth as small as he can make it, and he says, wait, you don't see any of those around here now, do you? And with that, he jumps up high and jumps right into the water with a splash, and he swims away from our alligator. And that is the story of the wide-mouthed frog. 1. Our wide-mouthed frog was taking a walk through the forest and meeting lots of animals. He met a bird, a mouse, and an alligator. Now, if we were taking a walk through Allegheny County, we could see lots of animals too. We might see some birds, we might see a mouse, but we wouldn't see an alligator. Alligators don't live in Allegheny County, except in the zoo. If you went to the zoo, you could see an alligator. But if you were taking that walk, or even if you were in your backyard, you might see some birds. Let's talk about some birds you would see in Allegheny County. One of the birds you would see is a robin. And our robin is black and orange. Under there is lots of orange and on his top. And this is a model of a robin. This isn't a real robin. But robins build their nests in trees. When they lay eggs, they're a beautiful shade of blue. And robins can be found here all year long. Some of them migrate for the winter, but many of them stay and you can see them throughout the winter. Now, let's listen to the song of a robin. And we're going to listen to that through our puppet. So here's our robin puppet, and this is the sound of a robin. And when birds sing, it's how they communicate with other birds. Now, another bird you would spot in St. Clair or Allegheny County is the cardinal. And the cardinal has the distinctive red color, and he's mostly red. He has a little bit of black. He likes to eat mainly seeds. And he doesn't migrate to warmer climates. He stays here all year. And his song sounds like birdie, birdie, birdie. Let's listen. Here's our cardinal puppet. Doesn't that sound like birdie, birdie, birdie? Another colorful bird that you can find often in Allegheny County is a blue jay. And a blue jay has this pretty blue color, white underneath, and a little black markings. Now the blue jay is interesting because both the boy and the girl, or the male and the female, are blue. And most of the time in the bird world that is not true. But with blue jays it is. All right. Blue jays like to eat nuts and seeds and soft fruit and insects. And they're very, very noisy and loud. Let's listen to their song. I have one more bird to share with you, and that's one of my favorites. It's the American goldfinch. And during the summer, the male is this beautiful yellow color, and that's because of the food he eats in the summer, and it helps turn his feathers yellow. During the rest of the year, that food isn't available, so he turns to a black or a brown, and he's not as pretty then. The female does a lot of the work. She builds the nest. She's responsible for the nest. And goldfinches have a wonderful song, and they like to sing. They are very vocal. Let's listen to our goldfinch. And that's some of the birds that you can see if you're out in the forest in Allegheny County, or even in your yard or a park. So look for those birds and see if you can tell which bird is which. I have two other birds that you will not find anywhere but in Upper St. Clair Library. You will not find them walking through the forest in Allegheny County. And they are our dicky birds. And they're very loud. Now I'm going to ask them to be quiet so we can do our ending song. Hey guys, can we do that? You ready? Let's find out. Here we go. Two little dicky birds sitting on a hill. One named Jack, one named Jill. Fly away, Jack. Fly away, Jill. Come back, Jack. Come back, Jill. Good job, guys. Should we try that again? Here we go. Two little dicky birds sitting on a hill. One named Jack, one named Jill. Fly away, Jack. Fly away, Jill. Come back, Jack. Come back, Jill. Great job, guys. All right, let's say goodbye to everybody. Hope to see you next time on Storytime Theater. Bye-bye.